Good Friday morning, everyone, and welcome to KSAT News Now. We have made it to the end of the work week. It's been a pretty long work week for me, especially with all the weather, everything that we had to deal with throughout the entire area. But again, KSAT News Now right now, streaming and podcasting from our newsroom. And speaking of the weather, Justin will be with us in just a little bit to update us. And hopefully everyone, again, is a little bit warmer after what was a very, very busy week in the weather department there. So we'll talk with Justin just a little bit to get kind of your weekend weather look ahead. But we want to start with your top stories of the day. Of course, it's already been a very busy Friday morning here at KSAT 12. So we start here with the latest in the Andre McDonald trial. He is an Air Force major who's accused of killing his ex-wife right here in San Antonio, and he may find out today a verdict in the case. The jury in the Andre McDonald case deliberated yesterday but did not reach a final decision, and this was after the prosecution and defense presented closing arguments in this very high-profile trial. So the prosecution said that McDonald killed his wife at their home because he was enraged that she was having an affair, thought she wanted to have him killed by her lover, and then wanted to also open a business in her own name without him knowing about it. McDonald claims his wife attacked him the night that she died. So the jury here has a few options to weigh in their decision. Andre McDonald could be found not guilty or guilty of murder, and there is also an option of guilty of manslaughter. So this is day 8 of the trial, and we will update you throughout the rest of the day. And of course, you can watch all of this online at ksat.com. Okay, moving on to some other news here. San Antonio police are looking for a man who they say used a gun to settle a family feud, and they say that he actually shot his own relative. So this happened at a home in the 1500 block of Villa del Sol, and that's not far from Castroville Road and Highway 90. Police said that the victim had some type of altercation with a male relative earlier that evening, while that suspect then returned to the home and then got out of the car and then shot the man in the leg and chest while this individual was taking out the trash. The suspect drove away and at last check has not been found. Moving on to some other news here in Uvalde, the school district there. 2 police officers are no longer on the force as of this morning. The Uvalde Leader News reports that officers Adrian Gonzalez and Ruby Gonzalez left the Consolidated Independent School District on January 1st, but it's unclear as to why. The Texas House Committee investigative reports found that both those officers responded to the Robb Elementary shooting on May 24th. Okay, moving on to another big story that we've been seeing trending along the city, and also this is something that we sent out as a push alert on our KSAT News app earlier today. Crime has hit especially close to home for San Antonio Police Chief William McManus. So this is an interesting story here. A car burglar broke into his SUV late last night while it was parked outside his home in the Monte Vista neighborhood, and that's just north of downtown San Antonio. A preliminary report released this morning by police says that the chief's ballistic vest was taken during the break-in. The report says that a passerby noticed someone inside the chief's police-issued Chevy Tahoe, but when that person saw that passerby's headlights, they jumped out of the Tahoe, got into a gray car, and got away. So as of right now, there's been no other information that's been released on this incident, but it is something that we will continue to follow throughout the rest of the day. Okay, some other news here, and this is news that could get home buyers back into the market. This is mortgage rates. A lot of people have been talking about this for months. They have actually slid for the 4th straight week, and they are now nearing 6%, actually right under 6% at 5.99. So the rate again fell sharply Wednesday after the Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell said that inflation has eased somewhat but remains elevated. Mortgage rates have not been this low since September and are now nearly a full point below last year's peak of 7.08%, and that peak was reached in early November. So some good news there for people that may be trying to get back into the home buyers market as these mortgage rates kind of dipping here, and that is a good sign that maybe we have also hit the peak of inflation. That's what a lot of consumer experts are saying this morning. All right, so we talked earlier, Justin, about the weather. All right, let's kind of squeeze in here with you. First of all, what's up, man? You doing okay?
It's been well.
I know you guys were busy throughout the week, but it seems like things have calmed down a little bit.
It's Friday, man. It is Friday.
It is Friday.
I'm feeling good about that. Yeah, it was a busy week. Our thoughts go out to all those people that are, have the chainsaws out today. There's going to be a lot of them up in northern Bexar County. The city of Austin has just been hit so very hard. There's still, at last check, 120,000 people there without power.
Wow.
So this ice storm meant business. Thankfully, most of San Antonio it got away unscathed. But those in the hill country have a lot of work ahead of them.
Yeah, definitely. Also, I know that up in New Braunfels too, there were some people dealing with some issues with their outages there as well. So yeah, this thing just kind of hit us up and down 35.
It did, and we're so thankful to see the sun. And now we turn our attention. It's out. Now we turn our attention to the stock show and rodeo. It's coming up.
Okay.
We're getting excited about this.
Here we go.
So my trivia question for you this morning, RJ. What year was the first San Antonio stock show and rodeo?
Wow.
Choices are 1918,
Okay.
1939,
Okay.
1950, or 1967.
The first stock show and rodeo. You know what?
Very
David
first
Sears
one.
is over there. I don't know if can
no
I
cheating.
get
No
a
cheating.
lifeline with David Sears since he's been all over this probably
Phone a friend.
since it started? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Let's see. You know what? I'm just gonna go with 1950. A nice sort of round number there. 1950. I'm pretty sure I'm wrong though.
You sure?
I'm definitely not sure.
Actually,
I'm sure
you're
that
right.
I'm wrong.
You're right.
Wow, look at that. There you go.
Yeah, man. Well done.
Doing the show by myself today and actually got a
You
trivia
nailed it,
question
dude.
correct.
The first San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo was in 1950, held at the Freeman Coliseum. Eventually moved over to the AT&T Center, obviously, but 1950.
Wow, I didn't realize the Freeman had been around for that long.
It's been around a while.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been around a while.
Another little bit of trivia there.
There you go.
Good stuff
And the Western Heritage and Cattle Drive, that's been around since, I think it's been around 17 years. So we've got another one coming up tomorrow.
Nice.
This sort of kicks off the rodeo, right? So here's the forecast. And by the way, we're going to have full coverage of this tomorrow morning if you want to check it out, KSAT 12, as things get underway. There are going to be some clouds early, but these thin out, I think, by 11 o'clock, which is when things officially get underway with the parade. And then by 1 o'clock, more sun, it'll be warming up, and then by 3 p.m., 60 and comfortable. All in all, the weekend looks really good. I think things are going to cooperate nicely, which is fantastic. One thing we're watching, though, this morning, some cloud cover. It's thin cloud cover, but it is trying to work towards San Antonio, so it may not be perfectly sunny all day. Still think we get enough sun to get those temperatures up into the 50s, which is a nice reprieve from all this cold that we've been seeing. 47 Kerrville, 51 Hondo, 47 in New Braunfels with clouds there, 46 in Austin and mostly cloudy, 47 Gonzales, those clouds are on your doorstep, and we're still just shy of 50 here in town. Trying to get up to 50 in several spots. Stinson's done it, 50 degrees there, 48 right now in Helotes. Here's a look at the forecast, and it does show some of these clouds working in this afternoon. And then as we get into tonight, clouds really increase. We get patchy fog. It's overcast. It's kind of great to start your Saturday. But then, as I mentioned, by the afternoon, those clouds clear out. We get some sun. So 55 today, 61 tomorrow with the morning fog and clouds, and then 72 Sunday and sunny. Then we add more clouds Monday, and we've got some rain chances coming up Tuesday and Wednesday. And then as the stock show and rodeo officially gets kicked off on Thursday, maybe a few showers early, but I think the weather's going to cooperate. You know, the thing about the rodeo is that February is a month of extremes. We can see literally just about everything. It's been as cold as, single digits, and it's been as warm as 100 degrees. So it's always kind of a gamble with the rodeo.
Yeah.
But I'm my fingers crossed that this year it goes well.
Okay, yeah, looking
Weather-wise.
good right there. Yeah, definitely. And then you mentioned the cattle drive taking place tomorrow. There's also the Titans of Tailgate also taking place tomorrow at the Sunken Gardens Theater, the biggest chef and food throwdown in San Antonio. It's kind of like a precursor to all the food for the Super Bowl. So yeah,
That sounds like fun.
a lot of good stuff going on this
Yeah,
weekend, and glad to see that the weather has kind of cleared up there.
Should cooperate.
Yeah, thank you very much, Justin. You know what, man? Just go get some rest.
I will.
Yeah.
I will. Well, as much
You
as I
deserve
can
it.
with two kids and a dog, but hey.
You deserve it. Actually, our entire weather department did a great job throughout the week, kind of keeping us updated on everything that was going on. It was around the clock coverage. And as we just talked about here, we're going to look ahead a little bit. Of course, the stock show and rodeo, cannot believe that it is already just days away, as we said there, starting up later on this week. And one of the biggest events to kick off the rodeo, that starts tomorrow morning. And we're talking about the Western Heritage Parade and Cattle Drive in downtown San Antonio. That's my cowboy voice there. Okay, so the festivities will start tomorrow at 11 a.m. and you can watch all of this right here on KSAT 12. Don't forget, you can also stream this on KSAT.com and on YouTube as well. So the parade itself starts on I-35 and Houston Street, so right there in downtown. Participants and dozens of cattle. I love this, how these cattle just take over. There's also got horses there. They will travel down Houston Street before the event ends at the Alamo. So this is all free. So it's free, open to the public. Take the family out there. Again, weather should be really nice. And for more information how you could be part of this, go ahead and check out ksat.com. Also, don't forget, you can also live stream this as well. And I know David Sears, Ursula Perry, they're going to be part of this event as well. And I'm sure that our Good Morning San Antonio crew is all over this as well, taking place tomorrow. The Western Heritage Parade and Cattle Drive. Should be a lot of fun. Wanted to mention real quick, the Spurs are back in action tonight at the AT&T Center. They are taking on the Philadelphia 76ers at home. Hopefully they could snap their losing streak. And again, after this game, they're going to be gone because the big thing, the rodeo, will be taking over the AT&T Center. So if you guys are going to make it out there or any of the events this weekend, make sure that you guys stay safe, have a good time, and we will see you back here on KSAT News Now at 11 a.m. on Monday. Have a good weekend, everybody.
When they met, he tried to impress her with the truth. Tejano legend Flaco Jimenez was his father.
I didn't know who Flaco Jimenez was.
Then he lied.
He said he worked for the district attorney's office.
After numerous shocking and explicit texts, he offered to clear her criminal record.
You feel coerced into having sexual relations with him.
Everything was a lie. It was a total betrayal.
Sunday, KSAT investigates this prince of Tejano royalty, his questionable past, and the trouble he could face on The Night Beat.